What's up, everybody? Welcome in for some Fractal Block World. I've never played this game before. It was requested by chat. We were told there's no game music, so we've got just like some lo-fi playing to have something on in the background. We might balance that as we need to make sure that we can like hear it over the game and all that and whatever. But let's go ahead and jump in. I know basically nothing about this game, and everyone has just had the kind of like, oh baby, you don't know what you're getting into. You don't know what this game is, brother. So I'm gonna get in and I'm gonna find out for myself. All right, press enter to use the basic new game menu, or hold spacebar for 3 seconds to unlock the advanced menu. Hold spacebar. New game. Enter a new player name. Crunch. Okay, select a package. Use Czar if you are new. Okay, I'm going to use Czar. The main game of Fractal Block World. Collect upgrades for 10 weapons and fight hordes of monsters, or disable monsters if you want to relax. The world is massive, and you fly through it to explore. We're gonna fight stuff in this game? Alright, don't touch any of this. Start new game. Thank you for the advanced options, but I don't need them. You should have given me the basic one. Fuck. Come on, man. What am I looking at, bro? Just it's everything right now. It's everything. The background, the icons along the bottom, the fact that it's just white text with like, you know, Times New Roman. And yes, by the way, everybody, epilepsy warning. Apparently there are going to be there's lots of flashing and stuff in this game. So if you're watching now on Twitch or after the fact on YouTube, please be aware of that. Take care of yourself. Get out of here if you need to. But yes, this is Fractal Block World. Okay, WASD is move. Space is up. Shift is... Okay, that's on the wall. Shift is down. UE twisting. If use true up is disabled. So that does nothing for me. We select weapons with 0 through 9. I have plasma right now. Okay. Tab. Toggle rocket mode. All right, there's a cat and a rocket down in that corner. Left control brake. Moving mouse turning. Mouse click left, shoot primary. Mouse click right, shoot secondary. Okay. Gate main menu, F1, Czar main menu, F2 to F7, info about upgrades and weapons, M, drop short marker, hold M for 1 second, drop long marker, F use. I never like when people use the F buttons. Because I've got the F buttons so that they're not default the F buttons, they are just like, you know, volume up and pause and like screenshot and like keyboard lights and stuff. God damn it. Put corner, yeah, we should move the cam up. We should move the cam up. All right. This game rip your brain cells? I don't know. It seems simple enough to understand right now. Can I hit stuff? Yeah, and when I hit stuff, it becomes purple stuff. We have plasma at the bottom. We have gold. I'm pressing different numbers, but it seems like I don't have any other weapons yet. There is a bar. We have a bar. It's 0 to 0. I'm running out of my plasma ammo. And that does like 10 of them at once, but it does come back over time, it looks like. It does indeed. It looks like we have 25 shield, 100 health, and 0 something else. We're a cat, by the way. Casey reacted with that stupid-ass big smiley face with a large waving hand gif. Perfect. All right, chat. Let's carry on, I guess. How do we go down? Shift, 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 shift. No ammo for other weapons? I can't... Yeah, I guess I can't change to them because I don't have ammo for them. Plasma is my basic one. In the game, you must rescue your friend Kay, who is trapped inside this Fractal Block World. Okay. This is showing me, like, this is the back and this is the front. Why is it showing me that by default? Up. I guess it wants us to be settled. They can only be released with the key to the universe. Okay, it's a small ask. GIF. Yeah, the correct pronunciation. All right, this item is guarded by an inner core. You must find one of these and then get past it to get the key. Okay. That movie cube? I don't know. Ooh, text. Read text. This is the text box. Some entities are activated just like this one. Others you must touch. Try picking up the gold in this room by looking at it and pressing F. Okay. I think it's hilarious that it's like a box, like a cube. Put your crosshair in the black text box, press F to use it, or left key. Remember that thing when in game you could access the package's main menu by pressing F1, and then you can access the program's main menu by pressing escape? Escape or F1? Let's try F1. Controls, respawn, difficulty, graphics, and sound, game. Also upgrades at the top? Web stats, level up, diff? What the hell? That's how I learn the different things. Upgrades, weapon stats, level up. What the hell? You keep looking up, can you turn the camera upside down? No. You have to turn around and then go down. I was about to feel like this music is interesting, and then I remember that we chose the music. We put this music on. The game is apparently just silent. Just within the tutorial, here's how to keep track of where you have been and where you need to go. The door to where you have been is a red rim. The door to where you need to go has a green rim. Okay. Simple. The nuke causes a flash, but you can disable this in the package menu. There will never be more than one flash per second. The true up disabled thing. Yeah, I'm sure I can. You can go this way to the package top menu, by the way. Flashing lights. But we could turn the flashing lights off. I kind of want to see what the game looks like by default. Use true up. False. Oh, yeah, no, we hate that. We hate that. We hate the no true up. That's like gonna give somebody like seasickness. It's crazy. Yeah, like this, we could just get all fucked up. You love the no true up? It is cool. I feel like this will bother people. Like, I feel like the true up is better. Yeah, this is Outer Wilds pilled. Why are you telling me about the nuke when I can't actually cast any of them? That's how I play. It makes some areas unironically easier. I mean, would you recommend it? Chat, do you guys want me to play like this? I figured this would bother people. But you want to mention looking up to move upside down? Yeah. Bouncing box the screen. Old DVD stasis. Just standard space sim, I guess. I'd say for this, probably not. Oh god, no, it's horrible. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna make people nauseous, like Rats is saying. Enable cheat codes using a password. You can do the following. To cheat, to navigate through the world. I'm not gonna cheat. God in the console. Yeah, I'm not gonna cheat. Crash my work truck now? Yeah, hold on. Let me... Oh, wait, we need to go to the package top menu. Yeah, this is better for sure. Just for viewing comfort. You can have commands be run at the startup of the program by modifying input script. Oh, set what cheat codes are enabled. I just want to play the game, brother. Learn to create your own world using this engine. I just want to play the game for right now. You don't have to give me the tools in the toolbox just yet. None of our chatters are nauseous, but it might make them nauseated. Fair. Deegan's going for the real semantics here. The real pedantry. All right. Red rings become larger. You can use green rings to become smaller. Experiment in this room. To leave this room, you must be the size you are now. That's a red ring. This is a green ring. Drink. Now I'm tiny. I'm tiny as fuck. Holy. All right. Patented heart. Fair enough. Controlling it, definitely. Having no control, whatever. Thing could be problematic, yeah. Remember that using red rings makes you larger. Note also the tab key toggles rocket mode. Hey, what does that mean? Is it faster? You are faster with rocket mode. Okay. I still don't know what the structure... It said we're going to be fighting enemies. You know, obviously we're going to be shooting stuff, but is it going to be like a puzzle game, largely? When you shrink, the world changes. What was once a block becomes a chunk of blocks. However, to see the changes, you need to be close enough. For example, the black cube in the middle of the blue wall has a tunnel through it. You just need to be small and close enough to see the tunnel. Fly through the tunnel to get to the other side. I can see it. They'll get small. Okay, fun. I see. I see. Red rings makes you larger. Yeah. How big, small you get per change. It'll affect you to see the world, but not even interact with it. Hence the cookie. Sure, Licorice, go ahead. Put rocket mode on. Go through the secret tunnel. Weird that as we get closer to things, they break up into the fractals like more, you know? They subdivide. Seems like we're getting like, you know, we're a lot. We're like 100 times smaller. I keep being like, the music is so interesting. Makes sense for easier rendering. Now I'm looking at, that's up in this world, not the block I'm looking at. Some kind of fractal block world. It's safe to say this is weird so far, chat, but you know, I respect them for going weird. This is why it's called Fractal Block World. It makes some sense. And not go that way. Anti-plug. This is an anti-plug. You cannot pass through here at your current size. You must become larger to pass through. Okay. Always multiple of 16. Each single block is broken up into a 16 by 16 of smallers, or one block is made of 16 by 16 by 16. Thus, when you shrink, everything is now 16 times farther away, and when you grow, 16 times closer. Okay. Fair enough. I don't need rocket mode on, just getting around as a big boy. The air in this room has tiny cubes in it, which you can see when you shrink. If you shrink even more, you will find even smaller cubes, etc. Remember that what is a block may become something more interesting once you shrink and get close to it. All right. Cubes. So this just looks like a block, but if I shrink more using another green guy, it could become more than a block. It could become more than a block. How's the bit rate, by the way, everybody? Is it hanging? Are we shrunk even more? Now you're still just block size to me. There's so many more of them. Pretty good so far. Nice. All right, another green thing. We're in a gigantic space. Going down. I see, like, that's a really big cube. What if I get very close to it? Nothing. It's just a cube still. You note that it is constant, though, so that 16x further away becomes 16x further away after only 2 shrinks. Yeah. I understand. I understand, buddy. I've used a calculator before. Huh. More green. Yeah, no, I'm going to keep shrinking. I'm just making sure to take in the info that's available at each size as I can. Yeah, I'm gonna keep on shrinking, don't you worry. How big some of them have gotten, dude. I know what calc is short for. Give me rocket mode. Whoa. Why did everything get so dark? Is it because I'm way too far away? It's probably because we can still get smaller. Are you that dark because I'm way too far away? Look at the particles coming in. It's like the meteor screensaver, bro. Stars in a universe-ass game. Yeah, for real. I'm not sure what the objective is either, Deegan. It said that I would be fighting monsters at some point. It explicitly said that. I'd be exploring the world and fighting monsters. I'm just trying to reach a wall right now, by the way. I'm curious to see how far we've gotten, you know, because by Licorice's calculations, we're approximately 67,000 miles away. And this is as fast as I can go. This is my rocket mode. What was this game like this where you go through and you're like shooting blocks? It's reminding me of something and I can't quite place it. There are monsters in your psyche? Maybe. Fucking maybe. You're what, 4 shrinks down? Yeah, I'm 4 shrinks down. Maybe 5, maybe 6, maybe 7. Galaga. Yeah, not that. 6553x scale, pretty big. We are not... Look at how little progress we're making it towards the wall, chat. We're headed towards there. So obviously the idea of actually finding anything in this space at this size is ridiculous and impossible, right? Is ridiculous and impossible. So that means that stuff has to be like randomly generated in some kind of pattern, or would you say maybe a fractal that allows us to find it in the repetition, you know? Growing instead of showing might help, but that's not the point. The point was I wanted to see how long it would take me to get over there, and the answer is fucking decades, bro. You're growing finding people like an inch. Yeah, really. No, honestly. This is data that we're getting. Just the fact how little we're moving is good data. So I think we can stop and just shrink me more. We're going to look for something that's recurring in the fractal. We just need to be small enough to see it. Everything around us is going to become darkness as it becomes too far to render. Continue to shrink. Go to one of these big guys just to see if it has anything. Still just cubes. A 16 by 16 by 16 cube. Built an old computer and flashed some ROM-specific OS on it for an early core to play Galaxian at home whenever he wanted. Nice. Didn't count, but I think it might take trillions of years by now. Solution to universal travel, just get bigger? Maybe. That one is not big. It's small. Well, it's bigger than this one, which is even smaller. Like one of these guys is smaller. Shrink right next to it? Yeah, all right. Now look, there are ways through it, chat. Gold. I got one gold, chat. Money. Chat, is this what Deep Rock Galactic is like? I think so. Rock and stone, right? I don't even know what the gold is for, bro. Collecting one gold atom at a time. Yeah, free money in the air, bro. You just have to get small enough. This is 1-to-1 what Deep Rock Galactic is like. Okay, good to know. Good to know. I didn't know it was so fractal pilled. Gold was 16 times bigger, then we can't see it. If we're one size bigger, we are too big to perceive it, Beefy. There are more enemies in Deep Rock, but pretty much it. Alright, so we could go around and we could pluck every little speck of gold. But let's instead shrink more. Now the gold is 16 times bigger, like Beefiest said. No, you would be smaller. Yeah, I got it now. I got it now. It just took me a minute because I'm stupid. You cheeky little bitch. So we can't see the one that was at that size, but we can see that there's now 16 times more of them. So if the greenies continue to show up, I could just get infinite gold this way already. I don't know how long the greenies are going to continue to show up, though. But theoretically, if I wanted to sit here and pluck the cherries from the tree, I could just get infinite gold. Gold useful at this point? I don't know. They know that I want it, though, and they're right. You know? Literally, just by putting a resource called gold in here, I am kind of like, I should get a lot of that. We're still in the tutorial, so the game is at some point going to be like, you have shrunk enough. Crunches. Yeah, more green. Stay as close to this thing as we can. Will it? I don't know. Maybe not. This cube is big. We might be too small to ever reach it again. Yeah, one air particle, by the way. It feels to me like the thing would be that there's some kind of, you know, something we're looking for here in the pattern small enough or big enough. We're looking for the solution in here somewhere. Yeah, they're giving us all these guns for some reason, bro. All right, maybe we should go back up a size. Gonna have to get... Yeah, exactly, squirrels. Find Hank Pym's wife, yeah. That's one way to get out of marriage, bro. Send your wife to the quantum realm? Oops. Guess I'm a bachelor again now. Have the boys over for a fantasy football draft. You know what I'm saying? All right. Drink me. Drink me like a cock in the pool. The rocket mode on, it's very hard to hit them. All right, I'm in here now, and it's, you know, it's nothing. We're inside the Death Star. Apparently should fuck Bill Murray. Your attention, you missed my message to a function. You press F on the rings to grow shrink instead of running into them. Oh, nice. That is good to know. Yeah, so I can just be like, shrink. Yeah, that is super nice. Shrink. 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 Hey, what's up, Adamantine Axe? Was that what you were going to tell me? That we should just click F on it? That is way better. Yeah, we are getting down here. There's infinite amount of gold within one cube. Yes, in theory. That's what I was saying. Because the gold seems to be just multiplying as we go lower. That nice. We are going to need to climb back up at some point. For what it's worth. But I'm kind of like, is there any limit here? There's somewhere that tells you your scale? No, actually, I don't think so. I just kind of figured there would be a limit, but it kind of seems like no. Think it's below your camera? No, it's not. You guys can see basically everything, right? Here, you can see that says 0, and it says 0 at the bottom as well. There's nothing else. Yeah, it is the definition of a fractal. There's something that shows your scale? Okay. Let's just grow. Yeah, fractals, infinitely small details. Yeah. I know. Math, science, geometry, whatever. All right, make me big. Make me big and strong. Campbell's Chunky Soup, baby. I'm gonna be like a linebacker in no time. I'm gonna be like a sumo wrestler, chat. You believe the sumo wrestlers are in Paris right now, just pogging, just straight pogging? Limits of a game engine while still in the tutorial. It invited me to be very fair. You shrank this much in real life, you'd become a black hole. That a challenge? I could shrink that much if I try really hard. They said I could do anything if I tried hard enough. We're back inside this cavern. We can see the walls again, bro. All right, I am now big. I am now big. Okay, we need to go the green way. I always shrink to a microscopic size before I fart because I'm courteous. All right. The hell, man? 27 shrinks in total. Damn. Remember that using red rings makes you larger. Yeah. Ooh, purple ring. Grow until find pink sphere. What? Use. This is a pink sphere. You cannot use this entity. When you use pink rings, you become larger and will be teleported to one of these pink spheres. More precisely, using pink rings causes you to move closer to the root of the chunk tree until you reach a chunk with a pink sphere. Move closer to the root of the chunk tree until you reach a chunk with a pink sphere. Okay. Casual sea tree. Happy Land. I don't see any trees. Yeah, me either. This plug? Save. Should I be going down this way? I don't even know. Or that was the pink one. This is where we just were. Nice. Okay. Math class again? All right. I see. That just got us out. That is where we came from. Break here and enter the Happy Land block. To continue with the rest of the game, leave this room by going to the right through the green door. All right. You're going to give me the controls again. Here are the controls again. What does the blue one do? Fine. Your fair question. You missed a text box below a pink ring. I miss everything, Chad. Pink ring device to leave this area and proceed the rest of the tutorial. Practice exploring. No, thank you. Blue ring device will bring you inside the starting room. That is, will teleport you inside the blue block that is nearby. Yeah, okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. Move me on. All right. I don't need the controls. F1, bring up the czar. Yeah, yeah. Twisting, which we're not using. Weapons. Left control is brake. Right. Remember to use the brake. Pretty simple, honestly. Respawn points. You have exactly one current respawn point. After you die, you respawn there. You can also respawn by main menu options, package top menu, respawn. I love how confidently and seriously they continuously put in commands that are like 6 clicks long. You know? Like it couldn't just be escape, respawn. It's main menu options, package top menu, respawn. You can choose to set it, yeah. It's a fractal command menu? Yeah, Fractal Block World, I guess. Yeah, it's a fractal command menu. Know that you can always respawn by going to the package top menu and select to respawn. When you respawn, you keep all your upgrades. Normally, when you respawn, you lose all your health, armor, and ammo. However, if you pay a fine, you can keep all that. The fine is lesser, 400 gold, and 8% of your total gold. Okay. What's up, Stranded, by the way? Welcome in. Thanks for the follow. Yes. Why? Okay, it's green now to show that it worked. Within this tutorial, additional but non-essential information can be found in the text box next to the question mark cubes. Elsewhere in the universe, question mark cubes usually mean useful information is nearby. Okay. When you die, you lose all ammo, armor, and extra health. You also lose at most 30 gold. You will, however, keep all upgrades, which is what really matters. Okay. Entirely intentional. The game takes place in a world you're not meant to be in, so the world doesn't play by our rules. Okay. You can save your game at any time. Yeah. For convenience, you also save your game in these red boxes. Loading actually brings you back in time to the last time you saved. When you die, you may want to load instead of respawning. I see. Try saving here, then fly to the next room, then do main menu load game. I see what you mean. Respawning is a persistent game state rather than genuinely reloading. You're not going to acknowledge that I did it correctly? Rude. You're not going to be like, good job, here's a muffin? All right, man. Below this room is a room containing a waypoint. Every waypoint has a name, and the one in the room below is called an emergency waypoint. There is a closed door, a toll door, which can only be opened from below. Also, the floor of this room is invisible. You can see the room below. The waypoint is blue with a W. When you find a waypoint, you can enable it and teleport to any other enabled waypoint. Your emergency waypoint is already enabled. Okay. If you ever get extremely lost, then when you find a waypoint, you can teleport back to your emergency waypoint, which is in the room below here in a room just like it. Also, if you ever want to go back to the tutorial, you can teleport to your emergency waypoint and you can brush up on the basics. If you're eager to get going, you can leave the tutorial up ahead. Just remember to use a waypoint to teleport back here later on to finish the tutorial. My God. My God. If you really want to leave, which I do, you can, but you got to come back and finish your homework later. It's important that you come back and you finish your homework later. Dude, you got to show me why the game is fun. You got to show me why the game is fun. Like now. You gotta. Waypoint, you must first enable it. This can cause the list of enabled waypoints to be quite long. To deal with this, you can hide waypoints from the list. You can always unhide a waypoint later. You can also assign a name to each waypoint. Okay. That's the toll door, which we need gold to get past, and I don't have enough. So, sorry, waypoint. You're cyclical. If I ever see this button that's our world, there's nothing to lead you back to the main part of the game. Well, we'll get there. I'm just, I'm gonna do my little whining. Where obviously this game does not care. This game does not care about having a good onboarding. Let's be real. Let's talk about the product we're using here. This is a game that is okay with people picking it up and being like, I don't like this, and not playing it. But nonetheless, the game is spending far too much time making me read a bunch of stuff that is theory without seeing any real practice. We saw a little bit of practice. I obviously like the cat and the bunny. Change the game difficulty. Tranquility, the bunny. A harder difficulty is normal. The purple cat. You can start the game with normal difficulty. The hardest difficulty is gateway. All difficulties are harder than normal mode. Require passwords that there are hints for after the final boss. Okay. Why the cat perp? Because it is. Okay, I got you. This is a classic version of the program. This is how the game is meant to be played. There are weapons and monsters. Perhaps you do not like fighting monsters at all. You can start a new game using the Genesis starting configurations, which has no monsters, and the maps are slightly different. Okay. In normal mode, the purple cat, damage you is multiplied by 35%, and the damage you deal is multiplied by 200%. You like this? I don't need all that. I know that whatever. All right. Must track the easy difficulty switch to after you leave the tutorial. Fair. Once you leave the tutorial, by pressing F5, you can track your current difficulty level and also the easy difficulty level. Note that this information is also displayed as icon on the left-hand corner of the screen. Yeah, I can see it there. Tranquility. Yeah. No. Okay, carry me on, man. Let me play. Yeah, bunny is tranquility mode. The cat is actually something. So here's our exit at long last. Go through the exit to exit the tutorial. Go through the green to continue the tutorial. All right, man. I'm leaving. It said that we're going to have to come back later. I don't know if it means within 3 hours or whatever, but we're going to play for a little while and leave because I have not gotten to play the game yet, and it is bumming me. Okay. All right. That's the tutorial. Danger, high voltage. Next. Blue ring device, a few cubes below will bring you back inside the tutorial. Stop talking about the tutorial! Okay. From now on, the easiest use difficulty will be recorded. Press F5. Okay, I'm good, man. I'm good. You've explained yourself so thoroughly, man. I'm good. I am so good. Okay. That is a respawn. Give me the save. Get lost. You can always... Yep. Do not walk through the high voltage fences. Okay, I understand. We know that the way we want to move forward is by going through the green rings. The green, like, little... I guess we should distinguish the rings from the square holes. Do it anyway, though? All right. Yeah, fair enough. Fun fact, you can complete the entire game within the tutorial? Wow. I don't even know what that means. I haven't been told what to complete the game really is. It was to, like, get that, like, key to the universe and rescue K or whatever. But, like, I obviously have zero concept of what that actually means. All right, we got a pink sphere here. These are the 2 noob mazes. If you want to practice flying, start at the top of each maze and work your way down. There is a treasure at the bottom. Only do the big maze if you really need to practice your flying. It takes a while. So this is the big maze. And this is the small maze. Do the small maze. All right. Welcome to the noob maze. There are no monsters in this maze. It is here to help you learn how to fly around. Your goal is to go all the way down. In the upper middle of your screen, it says down if you are facing directly down. At the very bottom of the maze, you get treasure. I hardly even know. Is treasure just going to be gold? Why do I want gold, by the way? To get through toll doors, I guess. John, we know how to fly. I know, but I'm kind of like, I already opted out of one tutorial. I don't want to opt out on all of them. I'm generally the kind of guy that enjoys tutorials because you got to learn how to play the game. But this is not a good tutorial, man. The game may be good. The tutorial is bad. All right. Danger, danger, high voltage. When we touch, we kiss. I know. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't get that reference, Mira. You think the practice flying was made before this option? Maybe. I mean, let's try it. Why not? My goal is to get to the bottom, so anytime we go down, that's a victory. Electric 6. Is that a band or a movie? Genuinely unfamiliar, Mira. Ooh, we have a save in the maze. It's different from a respawn, don't forget. And yeah, 100% recognize if you heard it, probably was sing along. Gotcha. You know what, Mira? I hope you show it to me and I don't know it so you can know how it feels. Because all the time I do that, I'm like, you guys know this. And I show a thing and then everyone in chat is like, no. No. Never heard it in my life. Game expects you to play but true up disabled. However, they set it to default to enabled early on because it made so many people upset. Huh. Hi, Gizmo. Ooh. This is just a maze? Sure, but I don't know. I'm engaging with the damn game. I'm engaging with the damn game. There's treasure at the bottom, I guess. Hey? There isn't treasure. Is there? Plasma. Max ammo. My max ammo was increased, chat. There was treasure. 5x experience for 60 seconds. That does nothing for me. Starts now. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I got a trophy. Not already. You may want to go camera movement. Try toggling the use true up. Which way you like better, okay? Finish new maze. I will not think less you because you're a noob. We have all been there. Set your game. Save your game. Get the treasure. Save your game again. This is a smart order in which to do things. You are less likely to make a mistake. Many tears have been shed over leaving before getting the treasure, or getting the treasure, and either loading or quitting without saving. Okay. Know to infinitely generate until your PC explodes? Maybe? I'll take the chance. If you know it, I get long-winded approval. If you don't know, it's feels good, man, and shared pain. Hell yeah, Mira. Fair enough. I do generally try to acknowledge references I like with long-winded approval, exactly like you're saying, so. All right, move me on, I guess. Move me on, I guess. This is where we need to go. We need to rescue our friend Kay. We're getting more XP. We still have not fought an enemy, by the way. 39 minutes into the recording. Still have not fought anything. The game mentioned immediately that we were going to be fighting monsters. We are 40 minutes in and we have not fought shit. You shrink and go to the ground, you'll find a Ying forest. It's easy to get lost in these forests. There are totem poles with useful information in these forests. By shrinking and finding a waypoint, blue with W, you can use the waypoint to teleport to your emergency waypoint where there is treasure waiting for you. They told me I was leaving the tutorial, chat. You guys remember that? You guys remember when it told me we were leaving the tutorial? Does anybody remember that? Anybody remember that little thing? All right. Then you opted a tutorial. I just left that tutorial. I went to something else. All right. First, look at it. Press the F key. Enable it using the first option in its menu. When you're enabling it, you should give it a name. Then back in the menu for the waypoint, select travel and select your emergency waypoint. Okay. All right, I gotta say, I really prefer tutorials with a more hands-on doing stuff and fewer words. Yeah, everybody does, man. That's that's what I'm getting at for sure here. That's what I'm getting at for sure here, as well as you have to tutorialize in games. You know, it is what it is. You must. But make it fun. Show me the fun of the game. Ooh, the forest. This is what they meant with the forest. Even smaller. DPS. Now there are enemies. I don't quite understand. Who are the enemies? These yellow guys? These red guys? Those are enemies? We kill him? What the hell? I'm like taking damage, chat. I'm taking a bunch of damage. Are you all shooting at me? Yeah, you are. Hitless, deathless. All right, that was a goblin. We killed a goblin, chat. I am. When I do that, I'm hitting them eventually. It just takes a long time to get there. Right? Yeah. I mean, is that a salad? Is that a salad? Disgusting. Bong? Yeah, huge bong rips. All right, we're doing some kills now, chat. We're killing monsters. We're killing monsters. They're jank as fuck. They're also not boxes. Are you trying to kill the infinite enemies? Hold on. Hold on. Let me get this straight. I've been playing the game for 42 minutes. I finally see an enemy for the first time. And I shoot to kill the enemy, and the first thing we get is, are you trying to kill the infinite enemies? I am actually going to crash out. Right now. I do not know what I'm supposed to be doing, man. What do you want? Come on. Oh my god. Ooh. Meant to explore the forest? You're in the air? I'm in the trees! What are you talking about? I mean, that literally, there's a tree there and there's a tree there? What do you mean? You're between the trees. Oh my god. All right, we gotta keep going down because it's gonna repeat infinitely, chat. And at one point, we're gonna be in the trees enough. Hey, there's like a pyramid thing down there. Yeah, I'm gonna go slay the spire. I think I might die, by the way. I shouldn't fight the enemies, though. They're infinite. That was foolish of me to attempt. Bro, actually can't see the forest for the trees. An extra 10% health? Cool, man. I'm gonna die soon. I'm just getting shot like crazy. Up, I'm dead. All right, press enter to respawn. All right, where am I? We're back here. Right, that's our respawn point. So, okay, we're back here. That was the maze, which we did. GG, easy game, yeah. All right. So this is where we go to the forest. Yes, we're looking for the totem poles. So I guess just keep shrinking until we find the totem poles. All right, there is the forest, but that's not the forest. You're not in the forest right now. By saying that's the forest and looking at it, you're seeing the forest for the trees or whatever. And an idiot, obviously. Okay, here's the totem pole. We have a waypoint. Out only waypoint. You can travel to and from this waypoint. So first up, I want to enable it, but that's not an option in its menu. It says last used 34 minutes, enabled 34 minutes. What? What does that mean? Search? Can I just go to the emergency one? Yes, it does work that way. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Plasma velocity and fire rate and stuff. All right, so plasma getting way stronger, more max health. And here we can pay the toll to open this. Remain open forever. Yes. Open that up. Ooh, all right. Did we just teleport out, though? Also, this is a yellow ring. We heard that green ring was good and that red ring was bad. Take rocket mode off. It's hurting me. Burlington? Stable singletons. You've opened one of infinite toll doors, but there is infinite gold. True. W intuition typing that. I was thinking they should have had options there. Yeah, it's not. I mean, this game is not, you know, it's not meant to be intuitive, I guess. This is the stable singletons room. This room has copies of some of the areas in the world, so it is easy to come back to them later. For example, when you enter I-1 and eventually reach a Williston City, you can touch an item which unlocks a door in the I-1 block here. That block contains a copy of I-1. I understand. We can just shrink here to access the whole game instead. I don't care, though. You grab all items with an area for cost of 10 gold. It's worth it as you get gold and don't use it all that much, okay? Was that game theory? There's definitely some game theory to it. There's definitely some game theory to it. So now, that last one was actually out only. That last one was out only. So you are enabled. We got to just leave you and leave now. We can't teleport back to that one. That's more tutorial. Now we're out. Again, what's this? What's that orange block over there? This is a shortcut. Yeah? Shortcut to what? I took a lot of Damahe there. I took big Damahe there. Alright. You guys hearing these game sounds, by the way? It's going like, no, 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 no. And it's kind of fucking crazy. I'm digging the sound effects, yeah. I like the general weirdness of it, chat. I like the general weirdness of it, I do. Despite my whining. My whining's about the tutorialization and such so far. I like the weirdness and how strange the game is, just in general, you know? Yoghurt time? Uh-oh. We're getting them, chat. What is that thing? I killed it, whatever it is. Pink balls. There's so many pink balls. They kind of made it sound like the pink balls were going to be like rare. When I die, James not concern itself with your ideology to what is right. In doing so, it can be what it wants in its truest forms. Sure. 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 But I'm still a player playing a game. I'm still a player playing a game. Don't you come at me. Don't you come at me with your pretentious, like, this is the purest expression. This is the purest expression. You know that I love games as art and I like analyzing the craft of things. And you're the one sitting over there refusing to play fucking UFO 50. Reference to a shitpost? It might have been. Yeah. It might have been. I'm just crashing out. All right. Let's keep moving. I don't know. Go over this way again. Go over this way again. We're looking to find K, baby. We're looking to find and save K from Men in Black. It wants to be this. Yeah, I don't doubt that the game is accomplishing what it wants to. Don't get me wrong. So this is where you want me to go to the forest and find the totems. This is where we're getting dick-butted here. Another text thing with some exclamation points. There's just enemies everywhere, but I shouldn't fight them apparently. Elf? All right. Upgrades to improve your cannon weapon can be found in small cannon pyramids. These can be found in the various islands within the Ying world. You can see a small cannon pyramid from the distance. Each one looks like an orange block. Okay, yeah. Kind of the totems are more tutorials, yeah. Also, isn't there a UFO 50 game about shrinking and growing? There is. It's called Mini and Max, and it's incredible. Oh no, this game is fucking ass to play, but I love it for that because it looks at me and goes, "You like to eat ass, though?" with an ice cream flavored shit-eating grin. Fair. That like MMO light Mira and I have been playing this last week called Spirit Veil. That is kind of that type of game. That game is unabashedly bad in some ways and is fine with it because it knows what it does well, and what it does well is very fun. And so in this game, I'm interested. I'm interested to get the stuff. I want to get the weapons. Once again, I'm just whining about the theoretical learning before the practical learning. That's not what you play video games for. All right. It's going to take me decades to get down there. I got to go past the fucking Majora's Mask moons. What salad? A terrible one. I can smell the healthiness from here. The minor gremlin. Yeah, it's like the reverse of Noida, yeah. Generally, I am... Obviously, there's going to be text and reading in pretty much every game. But I think I, like a lot of people... Oh yeah, rocket mode. I, like a lot of people, really enjoy very baked-in, clever tutorialization that is like the game kind of forces you to engage with its mechanics by showing you stuff very clearly, you know? Like Celeste. Exactly like Celeste. Meow. Meow. Show me some green rings. I need to get Smoutler. Maybe I don't? Thought I wanted to get into one of these orange cubes. I guess it's not one of the pyramids. You can smell it. Is it vinaigrette based? Maybe. Yeah, Leah's dodging your question for sure, Mira. You asked her a very straightforward question of what type of salad. You asked her a very straightforward question. All right, geez, I'm gonna die here, by the way. Hi, Gizmo. At least you're here with me. All right, just make me bigger, I guess. Never mind, make me smaller. He's getting, but this is bad for me, right? We don't want to be this small. Hanger for Chinese food recently, specifically pork fried rice, and once I got it, I thought I would have it satisfying, but now I can't stop thinking about it more than 2 weeks later. It's invading my dreams. It be that way sometimes, man. I go through like phases with foods like that. Where I like will be like into a food and will like eat it a lot for like a period of time, you know? Like most of my consumption habits, I go through phases. I'm dead. I was just going towards the thing too. Respawn, go again. Definitely an infinite number of enemies, but they do respawn. I don't know. I shouldn't fight them. It was said by one guy in chat once, so I'm not going to fight anything. You're the only person streaming this right now? That doesn't surprise me. I love Nut. Yeah, she does, right, fellas? All right. Should I play every day when I'm not feeling, but I usually am. Nice. All right, shrink some more. We need to find some of these totems. It's like right there, save point. Huge. What are you? Let's shrink by you, and you're gonna be like a gold farm. No, there's nothing to shrink here, though. We can't shrink more. More. Doch. Just one. Oh, here we go. Cannon. We got the cannon, chat. This is a small black flower. It is a 4-floor maze. Each layer is 7 by 7. The maze has no cycles in it. The monsters are not challenging, but the maze is time-consuming. At the bottom, there are many health upgrades. You enter. The only way out is to come back here to go to the exit. The maze takes a little while. Ying Forest. Waypoint, Totem Pole, Noob Flower, Small Black Flower, Yang Air, Gray Cube. Nice. You go through phases into genres like reactionary fast place, then strategy tower defense. Yeah, that's fair. You're shrinking, going deeper and deeper into the bottom of Ying World Forest. You will find interesting things. Okay. Do we do this maze? I don't know. A while by this dev standards might be 14 hours. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not, I guess. We should maybe look for other possible stuff to do. Also, we actually probably should take our first break for the night soon. Probably should take our first break for the night. Why don't we do it right now, actually? Cookie for what you want to focus on? Sure. Licorice, why don't you give me that cookie? I'm gonna call that for the 10-minute break there. I'll read it and process it and everything when I get back. Oatmeal Cam. Where is he? All right, hold on. Is he out first? Yeah. I still don't understand the objective. We need to rescue K, man. It couldn't have been spelled out more clearly. What are you talking about? Oatmeal foot cam. Oatmeal foot cam. I'm covering his butthole to make it appropriate, though. All right. He wants gone. He wants gone, but I gave you his feet, so that's plenty. 500 mazes. All right. Licorice is saying getting upgrades. Anything that gives you upgrades is something you want to do. The maze isn't all that long in reality. Only 15 or so minutes. Okay. So. Oh, paw emote next. Yeah. Got PNGs to use in the video. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, we'll do this maze when we get back. Hope you didn't miss the message. I didn't. I just read it. All right. I referenced it. You said I want getting upgrades and the maze isn't that long. Okay. So let's go ahead. Let's take 10 minutes. It's 8:41. I'll be back at 8:52. Stick around if you're enjoying the stream. We'll be right back, everybody. We're back. We're going to keep playing. We were chatting for everybody. Oh, enter a new player name? No. Not new game. Put me back in. For everybody over on YouTube, we were chatting about YouTube and Twitch and just streaming and all that stuff on the break, waxing philosophical a little bit. Now we're talking about favorite letters. You think a pirate's favorite letter is R, but first love is the C. Okay. I'm ashamed that when I saw that, Deegan, genuinely, my brain went to the cunt. I was like, you're really calling it the C? That's kind of fucking crass. That's kind of fucking crass. But no, you meant like the ocean, which isn't even crass at all. Like a children's joke. Oh, fair. Okay, we're gonna do this maze, by the way. We're gonna do this maze. I'm going down into the maze. Okay, we got this thing telling me to go into the Ying Forest to get the flowers and stuff. I had to follow a guy because they had that you need to follow for X time before chatting for a month. Followed a month later, I asked why it was that way and got banned. That's crazy. Have to follow for a full month before chatting is insane. Unless this person is like the biggest streamer on the planet, that's crazy. And even then, it's douchey. I still think even like follower only mode is like kind of cringe. You know? Like if you get rated in and you want to say hello, you have to follow. Come on, man. Like one viewer? Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Something about highlighted messages. Sister of the Sea. We were talking about how some streamers... Ooh, cannons. More shells. We were talking about how some streamers will not respond to messages. They'll sit there and just read a bunch of messages in silence and then not actually read any of them aloud or respond or anything like that. What's up, Ivan Mine? Welcome in. We're saying, like, that's just lazy. If you're gonna sit there and read chat, you gotta at least interact. And some people, yeah, will not read anything until a paid message comes through, which is, you know, very scummy. A highlighted message is different, Sister of the Sea, because when you highlight messages here, it's not even with bits, is it? It might be. But either way, it's not a big... It's a totally different thing. It's a totally different thing because I read messages all the time, not just if they're highlighted. I'm still scum of the earth because I'm a streamer, though, and you shouldn't, you know, give me any bits or money ever. But, you know, please do. What's up, Ivan? Welcome in. Watch your Terraria, your first time, played a year ago. Let's go. I hope you've enjoyed it, buddy. Welcome in. Thanks for the 1 bit. 100 points to highlight a message. Okay, yeah, 100 points, not biddies. Not itty bitty titty bitties. I have to say, chat. I'm gonna die? No, we're alright. I have to say, as we continue the violence here, I'm a little confused why they put enemies in the game if the combat is gonna be this bad. If this is the combat, I'm a little confused why the combat's in the game. You know what I mean? Maybe that's overly negative. Maybe that's overly negative. But the enemies just really don't do anything, man. Oh, well, bad, but certainly basic. I mean... Yeah, I guess that's a more diplomatic way to phrase it, to be sure. But, like, there's just nothing to it, man. There's nothing at all. Need an upgrade for this weapon first. I don't even have the mini yet at all. Shit. Early VR games. Notice me, Father, for I've wasted, like, I don't know, 5 minutes of my life for this match to be seen slightly better than the rest of them. Yeah, it's highlighted in green. Ew. Okay, so I can't even get this. But upgrades are what I want. I want to get stronger. Just put the menace down, man. Just put the menace down. We got 5 shells, thank God. It does highlight the messages in green, yeah. Highlights the messages in green. Okay, this is not the way to go. Default Twitch was purple. It might be on purple. I'm looking at this through... I use an add-on or like a extension called Twitch Chat that I use to see. It's like my multi-chat tool and does some other fancy stuff. Reminds me of those Clever Media Shockwave arcade games from the late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah, this game has been a bit of a fever dream, Frost. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. I'm seeing it in purple? Yeah, it's purple for you guys because you're freaking normies. But I'm looking with the streamer power of God. So I just see shit a little differently, basically. You know? All right. Why the plasma boxes don't do anything, by the way. And why are there all the ones in the walls? Give me more cannon shells. We see a little globes. At least it knows. It lets us know we have not been that way. Never been a normie in my life. You know, I actually do believe that, Deegan. I'll be real. I don't doubt it when you say that. And I mean that with love, as a fellow non-normie. Uh-oh, why can't I fire my cannons? There we go. I'm level 2! I leveled, dude. Holy. 100%, yeah. My favorite letters in order. Hey, Beefy's telling us he's not a normie either. Look at that. He just did it in a different way. Question about one's a genuine question? No. It probably means I'm on like floor 1 or something. I don't know. I'm fine to not know. Plasma gun recharge, okay? Yes, J can fuck itself off a cliff. J is kind of a bad letter. I'll agree with that. It is my middle initial, though, for what it's worth. My middle name is John. My middle name is John, chat. Very boring middle name. Very boring middle name. My name's Christopher John. It's pretty boring in general. There were also a bunch of other Christopher Johns in my school. There were, like, legit, like, 4 other Christopher Johns in my grade, bro. My buddy Squid that hangs out in chat, he's a Christopher John, I'm pretty sure. Hey, what's up, Addy? Welcome back. Off early. Let's go. You were almost a CJ? I could be a CJ. People in my life have often questioned why I'm not a CJ, and I said I simply chose not to be. And for some reason, that confuses a lot of people. Like, if you have the availability to be a CJ, that you simply must, and it's like, no, I chose not to. I preferred Chris. Yeah, I chose to not be a Topher either. You was only half as good as W. That's weirdly cold and I don't like it. I feel like that's an oddly unfeeling way to rate the letters. Be real with you? Who calls you Deegan or Pickle? You got 2 nicknames? You got 2 nicknames? You're a JC? Let's go. Yeah, nothing against being a CJ, by the way. Yeah, I'm Jesus Christ, by the way. Reborn. What's up, motherfuckers? I know, Malaquin. Yeah. Thought toe was for sucking. We're walking too. Why can sometimes I shoot and sometimes no? Shit. Oh. Right. Whoa. The one? People started calling me Pickle when I was a child. Probably half my friends know me as Pickle. Interesting. I don't really have a nickname besides Chris as opposed to Christopher. Hey, we made it. And yeah, you could say Crunchpuff, but people don't really call me that. Sometimes some of my IRL buddies will be like, yo, Crunch. But that's like even not, I would say, common. Not common. Maybe more common now, to be fair. Dave, did we do it, by the way? Or that was floor 1. Now we need to go to floor 2. Yo, CP, how's it hanging? Not that. Not that. Chris for 15 years, along with family. You're a Chris as well, Deegan? Have we been over this? Your partner met you as Pickle? Does Lee ever call you Crunchy Poo? No. It's one of those interesting things I may or may not have mentioned. Yeah. It's one of those things where I feel like a lot of the time in relationships or even just with your friends, it's interesting to notice how little people use your name. Like Leah and I, we definitely use pet names way more than just names. We definitely don't call each other our names very often. And I feel like a lot of people are like that. And I feel like even when interacting with like your good buddies, you're often not like, yo, Colin. You're like, hey. They're like, yo, dude. And they know it's like for them, you know? And it's only in like a crowded room that you'd be like, Colin. You know? Also, we are on floor 2, by the way. I figured it out. I may or may not be a genius. Say Nemo's real name, you're instantly cursed? That's true. Yeah, we don't call Nemo by his real name. A dumbass, yeah. Feels so serious to use names. Yeah, my mom's the only person on the planet that calls me Christopher John. Normally these days it's loving, but as a kid, that was definitely bad news. Christopher, she calls me Christopher most of the time. I actually feel like she never calls me Chris, now that I think about it, whereas my dad does. But once again, not really that common that he uses my name. Catcher on my baseball team he called Pickle. His name was Dylan, I think. Nice. The downfall of AI. You can only hope. Speaking of terrible things happening in the world, chat. This one's a little detached from us, at least, kinda. Do you guys see the news articles? You guys see the news articles that fucking... like... a new company bought out the like parent company of FromSoft and is now trying to like exert influence on From Software and being like, we want you to put out more frequent, less risky endeavors. And Miyazaki was basically like, no, I don't have plans to do that. But they're currently trying to like replace the CEO and all this stuff. So like, who knows what that's going to mean in time. And like, realistically, Miyazaki probably could like just leave and pull a Kojima and make something because he has so much goodwill just as like a game developer. But it's so crazy to me that I feel like From Software is easily one of like the most respected game developers on the planet right now, who has basically just put out Ws that have all been very successful and made a lot of money at like 1 a year while still being like pretty artful and cool and stuff. And the company is like, not enough. And the company is like, not enough. So it's one of those moments where it's like, bro, where does it end? Where does it end? What can you want? What can you want from them, man? Yeah, profitable with a big red no at the top. That's funny. Got the origins? Hell yeah, bird. Subscribe from all news so I can enjoy life. A good call, realistically. Yeah, agreed, I guess. Yeah, we all know, but you know, I don't know. I'm preaching to the choir here. It was just like one of those news stories where it's like, man, this is crazy. Good for the gabagools. Machine that only eats. Yeah. We're boned, man. We're boned. You know what sucks? I don't mean I'm getting so doomer right now. We'll move out of this in a second. But you know what I think is one of the funniest things about like anti-doomer rhetoric with stuff like this going on? In a lot of this discourse, he'd ask, am I right? Yeah. In a lot of this discourse, you'll see people going like, yeah, well, historically, like societal pressure mounts and then things are forced to change. And it's always like, yeah, but people are like starving and shit by then, bro. I don't want to be like starving enough to build a guillotine. Can we say now that the leg is clearly, you know, in need of amputation? Can we not starve first? Oh, capitalism works. Yeah, I guess working as intended, right, brother? Working as intended. Anywho, we're playing Fractal Block World here. We're playing Fractal Block World. We're making good progress for what it's worth. We're moving along through this little maze. I'm not dying. Skip the prologue, go straight to the revolution. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Fractal Block World, I'm shooting these eyeballs, bro. Look at this riveting combat. Right? It's T to grab all nearby items. It's useful in treasure rooms like that. True, but it cost me 10 gold. I've only got 26 gold. Licorice wants me to spend all my gold on Hoover and shit. Whoa, another one? Holy. Is there a goal to this? Yeah, it's just to continue going down and to get all the upgrades. These are all permanent upgrades. Or that one's not. But this is. This is like your plasma gets stronger. Plasma damage increased. You're an imperialist, crunch per emperor. Let's go. I can certainly handle that responsibility with my, you know, very narrow life experience. Your life goes down, but I don't see any projectiles hitting you. Yeah, they're hitting me. See, he's shooting at me. See him? He's shooting at me right now. You're also given 10 gold, so it starts as part of the reward, so it ends up costing nothing if you do. That is fucking not actual math. That is not actual math, Licorice. That is still, you are spending 10 gold. That is still, you're spending 10 gold. Just recouping it immediately doesn't mean it wasn't spent. Rather freedom within my lifetime? Hell yeah, brother. Going down is the goal. Yeah, that's called girl math. It is. It is girl math. I honestly just didn't feel right to invoke the term because I felt it might have come off a little misogynist, a little sexist, a little chauvinist, and other such synonyms. Even with these deeps, man, the plasma is not going away that fast. We need to get the minigun, man. I mean, we're getting upgrades, though. It's something. No, the noise the enemies make is sexist. All right, yeah, wow, yeah, sure. Girl math isn't exclusive to women. I'm not going to pluralize that word needlessly, Beefy. I don't like wasting my time. Like the British. But it's true. And that was, you know, classic, like, you know, TikTok branded girl math right there. Like, you spend 10, but you get 10 back, so you're not spending anything. You don't do it only once? I mean, you can do it only once. If you do one addition problem, you would say that you did maths, but I would say that I did math. The Brit, I think I say math, but I don't pay attention to it. I feel like, is that true? I feel like everybody says maths across the pond. Coupons make you money? This camera's blocking shit again? True, it is. Good call, good call. Imagine if they went to school and they taught you 5 plus 2 and that was the entire course. They don't teach you 5 plus 2. They teach you the principle of addition, which makes you able to do 5 plus 2, which is math. The S from maths fell onto the end of sport and sports and rode the boat right over there. That's fair, actually. You did mathematics. Then that introduces the S. I don't like that one, Flood, because that detracts from our point. We need to stay united here as fellow Americans, Flood. They don't call it the United States for nothing. They really do, though. I would not describe it as a united nation. Talking shit about Brits now that the Gerber baby is a slumber. I wouldn't say that now that Gerber baby's a slumber. In fact, I wish that the Gerber baby was here for this. If I got her to mauled at all, I would consider it a personal victory. Superiorist much? Maybe. She'll spawn. What's up, Black Maggot? Love this game? Hell yeah, welcome in. We're blocking our way around, man. We're blocking our way around. We're getting shot by these titties. I like how the art is legitimately, like, drawn on a notebook. Oh, I'm dead! No! Mira's sleepy. She went to bed. Respawn me? Oh, no! Load my save. Load save is different than respawn. Yeah, buddy. Alright, back on floor 4. I remembered the mechanics, chat. Love the concept. The concept is very interesting, Flack. It certainly is. The gameplay has been something so far. I'm like interested by it, but also not totally convinced by it. I think I like, you know, I'm interested by the ideas of it. The actual playing of it hasn't seemed that interesting or fun to me so far. If I'm giving you my honest read. What would respawn do for you? If I wanted to go back to that spot, it could be useful, but save points are better if you want to load to the save point. Respawn also, like, persists and you, like, lose materials and stuff. So I guess it's kind of like whatever's closer. Alright. Nice. Moving along. Let's try to not die this time. We're 226 health. Names. Nice. Yeah, I got you. Ship with the metric standard for a meter and kilograms sank on the way to the U.S. and delayed the arrival of the metric system in the general U.S. population after certifying the standards of France. Is that true? Amazing sound design. It's revolutionary sound design. Down thing is great. Yeah, the shrinking and growing is great. It is very cool. Once again, the concepts are quite cool. Already been this way. No clue what's going on screen right now. I mean, kind of me either. Eat the shroom to grow. There's nothing to even grow in here. This is a maze. There's no growing in this part of the game. There's no growing or showing. I'm just looking for the upgrades. Which apparently is a good thing to be doing. Imagine if the enemies could move. No, then the combat would be, you know, designed, beefy. We gotta leave it this basic. And the worst thing is, I like basic combat, chat. I really do. I really do, but there's not even just like, there's not like a satisfying game feel to this combat. If they made the guns feel good and the guys like look like they were like getting hit and stuff, I might enjoy it even without them moving. I might enjoy it even without them moving, but I can hardly tell when I'm getting shot. I can hardly tell when I'm getting shot. They don't react at all. You buying upgrades for money in the menu? Maybe, but I've only got 36 monies. Weapon stats. You can see all kinds of stuff here. So gun 1, yeah, we can see like the stuff we got for it. You kill me, Leah? Yeah, we can see some stats for our different guns here. The blunderbuss. Experience in gold, we're level 4. We get health regen at level 10. Cannon damage at level 40. This is the difficulty. I want to stay on normal. Trophies. We have the noob trophy. We're looking at Ying World trophies right now. There's Midway and then a bunch of other worlds. Definitely a very fleshed out game, chat, for what it's worth. Weapon mode. Left, right arrows to select a weapon. High DPA, rapid fire. Huh. There's somewhere with like some enemies, man. Rocket mode me. The enemies are, you know, it's like playing like Kingdom Hearts or something. You got to look for the enemies because that's where you need to go. There we go. And killing stuff gives me experience, by the way, which we can see down at the bottom. I think the yellow bar at the bottom right is my experience. Woo woo! Kind of reminds me of the sounds in Crypt Master, which was a great game. I've evangelized that a few times in the stream. Love Crypt Master. It's like Wordle dungeon crawler, and it's good. It takes that idea and it makes it into a full-fledged game, and it's rad. Alright. Moving along. We can walk around in VR chat. Yeah, it has that energy a little bit. Saying, oh no, maybe. Yeah. I mean, it's not super clear either way. Alright, we're gonna find a way out of here. You're not going to be defeated by this game, chat. Not today, not tomorrow. Not yesterday. Yeah, I do kind of hear oh no. Something the tutorial you missed about your weapons. Is it the alternate fire? I wasn't doing the alternate fire because it's scary, but sure, go ahead, Licorice. The alternate fire spends like more at a time or something. Not even Monday? No. All right. Enemies? Use the nuke. It was mentioned a while back. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm moving along. I mean, we're cruising through this floor at least, right? Things have been worse in the past. But down this way and there's nothing, right? Oh, hold on. Shit, man. There's generally only one way out of each room, right? All fires are always better. They each have their own special effects, like the plasma ball moving faster doing 2x damage, or the cannonball bouncing between enemies when it kills them. Okay, so always use the alt fire. The tutorial definitely didn't say the alt fire is always better. When I used the alt fire, it seemed like it cost a lot more mana or a lot more ammo, so I was like, you're right, I should try it. I keep thinking this lo-fi is built into the game. I guess that's the power of lo-fi, right? It kind of does that, where it just sounds right no matter the context, which is why it's decent as background noise for stuff. This one has more than one way out, by the way. Oh, yeah, and don't forget, control is break. I really should be using that. And it's really interesting gameplay. It is interesting. It is interesting. I'm interested by it. I'm curious about it, Deegan, you know, but I'm still not convinced that it's fun. And keeping me interested in it, that's a victory in and of itself, surely. And of course, that's subjective, you know. I'm saying it's, when I say it's not fun, I mean not fun for me. All right. I know this was a request, so I hope, like, if Casey's watching this or Licorice, you don't feel it's in bad faith. I'm not trying to be in bad faith at all. I'm just trying to be honest about my feelings with the game. All right, we found more things to shoot. Yeah, use the alt fire. Seems like it's dog dick. I was going to throw Casey under the bus. I was everybody suggesting it. It's all his fault indeed. That's so funny. Because you came in here, you were like, it was my suggestion. It was my suggestion. I don't think it's for me, but it's good to see something wildly different. Yeah. And I like checking it out in that regard. You know, that's what I mean by, like, I'm interested by it. Is there any way to avoid getting hit? I don't think there is. I think the game is just, you have to accommodate for being hit and have shields and stuff that deal with it. One thing I'm very curious about is why the developer felt that these mazes were the best way to show off their game. They set up this like shrinking and growing system, which was pretty neat and unique and had this whole like fractal thing. And now I'm spending like a significant amount of time doing this. And it's not like awful, you know, but I do have to wonder what the motivation was. Partially genuine. I play this game and know it's not for everyone. It's barely for me. Yeah, no, it is. Once again, conceptually, I am interested. I guess I'm repeating myself now. My health bar straight up said 0 there. Too bad. I'm just sick with it like that. This is still the maze. This is the second maze, but we're going through a maze where we're going down and we're getting like good upgrades by doing this. So it is valuable for making our character stronger. But the only real mechanics we're engaging with are just flying around and, you know, this combat system, which is not very good for me. Do not kill me. I'm about to die from the alt fire. Holy. Whew. What's up, JP? Dropping in. What in the world is going on, dude? Nobody knows. Least of all me. Drink mid-fight to explode smaller weak points or something. Yeah, anything, Beefy. Anything. Anything at all to just like have some mechanics, have something to do that's, you know, unique. In adult is better in open areas because it bounces. Okay, heard. All right. And like this maze, I feel like should be using like the shrinking and growing, right? A maze that uses shrinking and growing is a puzzle game. That's fun. Now we're playing video games. Cool gimmick. They're not using it much, at least in this. I imagine the game must use the gimmick a lot. You know, it seems like this game is fairly grand in scope. There's like a bunch of big zones and stuff, and there probably are plenty of segments that do use that gimmick in cool ways. And I am obviously making assumptions. I'm just... Every room says 4 on the side because that's the floor I'm on, squirrels. I've gone down 4 floors. Summarize it by its name, Fractal Block World, yeah. That's not a good summary, though, if you're trying to describe a video game to somebody and you know it. Like, sure, is it technically correct when I've played the game and know what you're talking about? Yeah. Is it useful? No. Sorry, I'm being terribly whiny tonight, chat. I hope it hasn't been bad vibes. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you're having a fun time. All right. Give him the alt fire business. Squid. Called weird noises and size shifting. Yeah, you are in a world that's made of fractal blocks. It's true. Show me the lie. Summarizing open world survival craft by calling it Minecraft. True, Blue. Been lurking a bit. Figure I'd say hey before you end stream. I appreciate it, buddy. Hope you enjoyed your lurk. You've been gaming. I hope you were winning, buddy. Y'all keep mentioning size shifting. So far, it's all 4s and oh no. Well, that's part of the problem, JP. They introduced this pretty cool shift up and down mechanic where you go up in like measures of like up and down in measures of like 16x. I'm playing League. Who you playing? You playing Shen? And yeah, there's this size up and down mechanic where effectively if I go down by 16 times, maybe then there'd be like an extra detail in this brick, like a little tunnel I could go through. And there was like cool stuff being exposed by like getting bigger and smaller. And now I'm in this maze, which is giving me really good gameplay upgrades, but is not allowing me to at all interact with the cool mechanics. That's a little weird. But to be fair, also to call myself out, when I was just interacting with the cool mechanics, I was whining about not being allowed to do any combat because they kept mentioning combat and then there was no combat for a long time. But then I got to the combat and the combat is, you know, it's kind of there. Oh, here we go. Are you ready for it? Here it is. Get owned, kid. All right. I'm out of juice. Ooh, if I were to describe this game to someone, it'd be a tech test that is trying to be a game with more story than gameplay. It's good if you want to be unique, but it's also not something you'd expect for that same reason. Huh. Yeah? What's up, rats? The combat in the game does exist, yeah? Right? Come on, man. Show me the way out. This floor feels like it's been way bigger than the others. Maybe I just got lucky on the earlier floors, though, to be fair. I am level 5. We're leveling. We're grinding. Oh, yes! Yes! Keep going down, baby. Whoa, we got it all! We got it all, dude. Health regen increase, armor, experience. Okay, we actually fucking did it, chat.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And we're out! Where the hell am I? Where the hell am I? We're out. Why is there a pirate sign on the screen? Oh, the combat gets better. You're just super, super early on. You're still fighting zombies with your copper short sword. Later on, there'll be things that want a Terra Blade or better. Sure, yeah, okay, fair enough. I could give it some time, but I think that fighting a zombie with a sword in Terraria is way, way, way better than this. Genuinely. For me. I guess this is all subjective. You know, I can't really say objectively, but there's that alt fire bouncing around, baby. Yeah. All right, now we're talking. See, that's kind of cool. I have laser now? Whoa. What the hell? That one seemed good. Yeah, a little cooler. Look at these red blocks. Is it 10 already? Damn, I heard Leah feeding the cats. Here's one of the shrink things, by the way, JP. So now I'm 16 times smaller. Anti-plug. I need to be bigger to get out of this. And so I'm just trapped. There's no reason to... Oh, I can get smaller. Hold on. Even smaller. Hey. Sneak up here into the ceiling. Gizmo ran up after the food. Oh, hey. That was the laser? That's kind of cool. You don't. Right click? Holy hell, what happened? The room looks very different now. Yeah, because I'm 16 times smaller and I can see smaller details. And so, yeah, this is the part of the game that we were saying is interesting. Analogy stands. You're only seeing the basic things. The game is fractal in all its forms, though it looks very surface level. It has a lot of depth. That's fair. Fair enough. It is. The more I'm seeing more weapons, it is cooler. Taking a lot of damage, though. This is bad. For a guy like me. I'm dead. All right, chat. Get all this crap again and then save again. Get all the stuff first and then save like the game told me to.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Now take me out again. All right, we're back into the world. So are these all like, also there are all these little balls. Are those like, on the thing, are those supposed to be like enemies that I'm seeing? When I did that, yeah, when I right-clicked with the laser there, it blew up like everybody. That giving me XP? Yes. The 0 at the bottom showed us 34 there for a second. What if I shoot just 1? Now it showed up as 1 for a second. Okay, so the 0 on the bottom is the XP that I'm getting that's coming in. 10 is my level up top. That gave me 73 XP. I think that's what that means. Maybe. You're also telling me to press F4. Why? Experience and gold. Player level 10. Yeah. Press enter to claim the following bonus. Level 10, 20 health regen upgrades given to me. Health regen upgraded by a fucking dog dick. Power's back on. Hey, Casey, what's going on? Welcome in, buddy. Welcome in. Able to catch the request before the end. It's already 10. I gotta wrap soon, but... I'm not sure what I want for Din, chat. I kind of don't want any of the things I have. I gotta just make something I have, but... Power for 2 days? Jesus, that's rough as hell, man. Holy. I honestly couldn't tell you. The last time I remember having my power out for more than like a day was in like high school. Legit, like 20 years ago. Chinese food? No, it's too late. If I were to order, it would have to be like Wendy's or something, but I shouldn't. Oh, I have the mini now. I'm gonna die again? Who is shooting me? It's so hard to tell where the damage is coming from, man. All right, we safe? No. Ooh, it makes him chonky. I'm dead. Gotta speedrun a pie, maybe. Bunch of tornadoes hit Chicago on Thursday. Jesus, you all right? Is your family all right and everything, Casey? That's crazy, man. Fucking you up. I'm getting fucked up here. That's for sure. At least I saved again after, though. You're the devil on my shoulder, Frost. Frost is like, yes, order food. Yes, get the fast food delivered. And get a cookie with it too. Dated myself. Alright, this does seem like we're frickin' farming. Saw a branch tunnel in the green tunnel. You mean over here? Chillin', had to throw away some food because coolers with ice didn't freeze fully, but we only had blackouts. Alright, well, I'm glad to hear you're chilling. That's good. You just give us your address, you will have food? Yeah, but then I gotta give you my address, bro. Can't take that shit back. That's the same thing with my name, where, like, it's not really a big deal. I don't actually think that if anyone here that hangs out here got my, like, name, that they would, like, have, do malicious shit with it. But then, like, I don't know, if this streaming thing doesn't work out and an employer, like, searches me, I don't necessarily want them to, like, find content of, like, me talking about eating shit-flavored ice cream, you know? Or ice cream-flavored shit. Map. Ooh. Hell in the ceiling. Alright, I might have misunderstood. You want to order an apple turnover. Big guy. Chris Josh is his full name. Yeah, Chris. My full name is Christopher Jonathan. Good question, I think. Holy hell. 3k HP? I'm fucking pounding him right now, dude. He's hurting me, but he's taking down my, like, 1,000 shield, and it's taken him decades. Okay, plasma just fucking, we just unloaded. Hopefully this is worth something. The fucking burp sound. Level up to level 11, baby. Hit me with the F4, by the way. Give me the this shit. A bunch of health. Regen increase. You regen or not? No, we got him. Christopher Oatmelius Gizmoson. Pink markers appear on your screen or hit markers. Yeah, they are. I just don't know, like, where I'm getting... It's showing me that that's where I'm getting hit from, but it's still very hard to, like, track who's actually shooting you, you know? Doesn't go far enough. Look at all the garbanzo beans that are all over me. You're like, what is happening? What is happening? All right. Good game. Cheese and rice, brother. Cheese and rice. Nemo's boyfriend's on TV? Oh, Henry Cavill. Yeah, clearly this, like, right now we've got one of the HBO, like, channels just running, and it's just been playing Superman movies. We're on to Man of Steel now. So Henry Cavill's on the screen, and the, you know, all of Reddit is creaming its pants right now. The green tunnel there? All right, hold on. We're gonna go for the green tunnel. This one? It's my boy! Wrong way. You mean in here? Ooh. I'm too smelled. I'm too smelled, chat. Here we go. Hold on. What the hell? 100% health and armor. We already have. There's so much stuff, man. Huh. You went down, can't go back. You're saying off of the load. You're saying here. Oh, like right this way. This is the upgrade station. Here you can buy certain upgrades for gold. Try to stick to the ones that cost 100 gold apiece. Okay? You can find the upgrade station next to the waypoint in the secret farmhouse. Secret farmhouse can be found at the end of the Burlington City combination lock. This is a very advanced secret. Okay. Woo. All right. He was kind of surreal. Yeah. I look at the walls. Yeah, I got it now. I found it. I found it. I mean, the plasma cannon's great. I don't have 100 gold, though, so it means nothing to me. Okay. Good. So, we need to find a way to rescue our friend Kay from Men in Black, chat. Remember, that's our goal. We need to find Kay. I can still kill stuff small, like Ant-Man style. And then fly around with all these health pickups and everything and just, like, kill everybody and just farm. If this game put me in a room full of circles to shoot that blew up a little more satisfyingly, I might want to sit here and grind, man. Did I shoot? I did. Oh my god, look at him go. Grind weed, enemies are me. My goodness. The sound effect isn't enough? No, somehow the sound effect is not enough. Sound effect is not bad, but it is not sufficient. Put those fuckers to work. Why are these not bouncing around, baby? We'll break first. I know. Yeah, look at Leah gooning in the chat right now. Insane, bro. This isn't Habbo Hotel. All right, you another upgrade brick? All right. Go back in this thing because I think it's good, maybe. Feel like getting up into this sauce was something. You're so tanky, though. Maybe I'm not tough enough for this yet. I need to be stronger. I need to be stronger to go deeper and fight this deep. The guys were weaker at bigger layers. But then I don't know where to go, man. What are you? You an enemy? Yes. Non-piercing scourge? 3,000? So yes, we can't exist that small. If we're that small, we're outgunned. When we're big, we're regular gunned. Tell her to calm down, but you're never supposed to say that to a woman. True. Generally. It doesn't help with lots of people in general, but still, sometimes, I mean, I say it, we all say it. You know? People in general do not, you know, if someone is already not calm, generally being like, calm down doesn't help. Sometimes, though. It feels like you're telling me that's where to go, but if we go there, we die. Just told the general public you need to calm down. What's in here? Oh, beefy. I need an upgrade for this. What? Holy dick. All right, press T for licorice. Ooh. Let me say one moment they stopped talking for a second. That's funny. One moment. So what? We found nuke, but I can't get it apparently. Conversation's getting heated, and then we should take a break. Yeah. Enter this fractal block world out of my own curiosity. I wanted an inner world to exist below normal, scientifically testable reality. I searched for it for years without success. Even if I entered it, I knew I could probably never prove to somebody else that I was in it. I wasn't looking for a formal proof that it existed, but I thought I could know for sure that I was there. That would be enough for me. Then one day, while looking at a yin-yang symbol on some bulletin board, I felt something from another world nudge me from the yang exposed world to the yin hidden world. It put me into a yin world, part of this fractal block world. The yin world is a gateway into the broader hidden world of this strange universe. Which we're going to get to by getting smaller and smaller and smaller in time, right? Or retail worker, I'd say that to angry customers. Yeah, I'm sure that helped. It's therapy for me to watch. Suppose it should be called the yin world, not the ying world, but what are you gonna do? Everything that I couldn't get an upgrade for is still just gonna sit here. Buy station. You get ammo, save, sure. Buy the small block flower. Do I need upgrades for all these weapons first? The Yang world is really big? Maybe. Oh yeah, I should be able to annihilate stuff back on Big Dick layer now, right? Because now we went up a lot with that. Yeah, that was all inside of this, chat. It was all inside of this. So now this is a whole nother thing. Out only waypoint. Grab a save. Another save. Let's get even smaller. I'm blasting all my shit. I'm running out of shit instantly. You finally seeing some of the depth of the Fractal Block World? Absolutely. Once again, I want to be clear that the idea is cool and I see the depth immediately. I definitely see what they're after. The idea is cool. But it's still a video game and the game needs to be fun. And for me, it hasn't quite cleared that bar. I tried the dangerous shrink. Fuck it. Do it again. Do it again. And again. Hey. Dangerous shrink when I tell them how I feel. Once during then, I had a customer come in with a mask and calmly I said, oh, you're talking about COVID. Mask and was like, but I have anxiety. If I have anxiety attack, like, girl, we all are, yeah. Respawn. This is quicksand grass. There's usually no way to escape from here. Remember that you can respawn by main menu respawn. If you open the console, type whatever, path, printed line. It's so funny if it's telling us that we should just open the console. And by no way to escape, you mean I cannot grow out of here. I cannot grow out of here. The only way is to go deeper. Why do you still allow me to go deeper then? Dangerous shrink more. Dangerous shrink more. Because we can always respawn or reload or whatever. There's no consequence to anything. Life is meaningless. Embrace nihilism. Shrink more. Shrink more. See, what's that, chat? Why are you yellow? What is this? Is this a castle? No, that's just the thing. Do what the rest of us do, drink. No? Keep going? Golden, because this is Minecraft. Eventually, you just get to Minecraft if you keep shrinking. Blue square. Why are we seeing random squares sometimes? Why are we seeing random squares? On one of the levels, there was random yellow square. On this level, there's random blue square. Why square? Why color? Why blue? Why yellow? Go smaller. Get close to blue square, and then get smaller while close to blue square. Hey. And there's our way out, baby. Regular shrink. Man, I got no idea what's going on. Meanies? War Vulcans. Fucking Trekkies. Everywhere you go. Oh my god, bro. A lot of War Vulcans, okay. Where does respawn take me? All the way back here? Okay, load. Crazy, man. Crazy. Psycho designed this game. I know. I don't even know. Actually, we should rap soon, honestly. I'm thinking about whether or not to rap right now. I feel like a Slay the Spire failure. I've been win with Ironclad Silent Regent, but I cannot get one with Necrobinder, and I haven't even attempted Ascension yet. You can get one with Necrobinder. Have you gone for Big Osty? Have you gone for Souls build? Necrobinder's peak, Malaquin. Multiplayer Slay the Spire has always been fun on the channel. Just like we getting greedy with horror themes. Branches of Ying trees. You will not, however, find them on the ground of Ying forest. If you go inside a small yellow flower and descend through the dungeon, you will see Ying trees growing on the sides of an inverted pyramid. At the bottom, you'll find a gray cube. The cube will likely contain an upgrade to improve your plasma weapon. Likely. That's like this yellow thing. Well, I know that yellow cube is there. I now need to shrink and then approach it. And survive that. Guys are going to try to kill me now that I'm small. I am. You know, the more I play it, chat, the more I am getting into the loop of the game. Like, it's doing something. It's doing something. It's just not, it's not quite clearing my bar yet. But I imagine for some people it clears the bar and then some, for what that's worth. Because it's doing something very specific for sure. Well, I need to find a way in this dungeon. Unless this yellow cube doesn't count as what it's talking about. Which is possible, I guess. I mean, it's letting me get really small close to it. And the enemies are staying reasonable as well. These are not like sicko mode enemies. Hey. 100% armor? I guess. What the fuck? And then they said during the Dust Bowl, it was like you had to turn your plates up and down before you even went to dinner. Otherwise, the dust would be all over your plates while you had to get out of that maze. Yeah. We did just have to get out of that maze. But the maze was like apparently a good idea, and we did get good stuff out of it. Belperon, yeah, this is a pretty crazy game for sure. The fact that the enemies are still fightable to me tells me this might be okay. Another one of these that we can go into. Hey, what's all this then? What's all this then? Hey, we went in here and it said you'd find trees growing on the inside on an inverted pyramid, right? Not actually in one of the things, though. Sure, you can be my respawn point. Gray cube called the Ying Air Cube. These gray cubes are found within the Ying Forest Air. Okay. I can still get smaller in here, and it's not dangerous. There's a paraphrased quote here, but this world doesn't want you or care about you. It's not concerned with what you think is ugly, and that the longer you spend in it, the more you'll see its mathematical beauty. Everyone that knows play this game goes through that. It grows in you slowly, but you're always unsure about it, yeah. Because it is neat. I mean, the fact of the matter is, I think a lot of us here, and this is going to sound so pretentious. This is going to sound so pretentious, but I think a lot of us here, like, appreciate, like, you know, like, craft, basically. And there's clearly a lot of intent and craft that went into this. This is a very thoroughly designed game. I'm just not sure I totally find it fun. But I do find it interesting. I do find it interesting, which is kind of fun in and of itself, I guess, so. Yellow room with a small yellow flower. There's a secret way to enter the gray dungeon block. Go to the very middle of the bottom of the block. If you were small enough, you will see a secret tunnel which leads you straight to the treasure room. The secret tunnel also has a very important secret in it. Yeah, I appreciate it. I can appreciate it. Cannon pyramid farms can be used to quickly teleport to certain places. They only exist inside small yellow flowers next to the treasure room. A cannon pyramid farm chunk is the same size as the treasure room chunk. Within a small chance there will be a smart farm next to the treasure chunk, and if it is, it will be clear. The bottom of the big grape hole of a cannon pyramid farm is an opening that leads to another small yellow flower. Also, the little buildings in the flower, the dungeon layers of small yellow flowers have gold in them. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Forest under a forest, under a forest, under a forest. Yeah, and lots of yellow balls with little, you know, sad faces on them to shoot at you the whole time. Waypoint, but it's an out-only waypoint. Get smaller, I guess. Try to find some of those yellow flowers growing. There's infinite of these things. The goblin balls, yeah, they're goblin balls. Hey, what are you? Uh-huh. And then damage increase. That's pretty much what we want, right? We just want to go around and get stronger. Blup, blup, blup. All right, now there's no more green. No, there is green. But now we're just going to be looking at like air particles, right? Which is not what we want, because now we're not getting smaller and seeing more trees. So grow. Because now we're just looking at air particles. So these are the smallest trees. Grow again. The fractal stops here as far as the trees are concerned. Did I try to get really close to the yellow of this? Very block. Yeah, very, very, very block. The little one, but go back to this big guy over here. Ow. Wait. Wait. Yellow block. That's a flower, bro. That's a flower. Get underneath it. Get up into its flower grundle. Haha. I need to be bigger? What? Up, hold on. Oh, baby, we're in. Oh, baby, we're in. And then that's the dungeon we need to be small enough to get into that they told us about somewhere at one point. Dungeon of the small yellow flower, the dungeon of the great block at the top of the pyramid. Once you be treasure room, we find out for the plasma. Yes. This is the dungeon, which I'm going to probably need to get smaller in. Yeah. Get actually owned. What the fucking hell, bro? I'm not gonna lie, chat. I am tempted to like dig into this dungeon and like see where this is leading. I mean, I know it's leading to just like a plasma upgrade, but it is cool. This is way better than the maze, and there's like shrinking involved and stuff. The save here? What the fuck? Way out of here. It is. It's sure interesting. Like I think Deegan put it well. I appreciate it for sure. Appreciate it for sure. Pretty fucking crazy, man. We're getting them. We're getting them all. Love how weird this game is. It is sure fucking weird. All right. Let's go out there for the night, chat. I mean, what does the dangerous shrink do? Ooh. Into the damn walls. How big that guy is now. All right. There's so much stuff. There's so much stuff. The sound effects are very funny. Yeah. All right, we're going to go ahead and wrap there. That is crazy. That game's insane. Casey/Licorice, thank you for the request. That was Fractal Block World. Wild game. Wild game. If you like what I saw, if like what you saw, I guess, you know, check it out. Check it out. I think there's a lot to do. That's probably a game that there's probably like some Steam reviews of people with like 1,000 hours in it, you know? But we're going to call it there. Hopefully y'all enjoyed. If you did and you're watching on Twitch, hit that follow button. If you're watching on YouTube, please make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks, everybody.